What's happening, everybody? Welcome to our YouTube channel. My name is Scot Mendenhall. Oftentimes people tell me I got a radio DJ voice and they don't like it. So if you don't like it, I'm sorry, turn me down. It's my voice. It's the only voice I have. So feel...
Sorry.
As we have music playing in the background. Was that you there, my wife? My wife is next to us, just pressing buttons over here. How you doing, Holly?
I'm doing fantastic. Good to be with everybody. We missed everybody last week.
We missed everybody. Lily held down the fort.
I miss you guys.
She did amazing.
With one of the best interviews to date.
It really was. It was really awesome.
So if you
That's
missed
so
that.
nice. Thank you so much.
If you missed it, shame on you. Go back and listen to it. It was so good. We listened to it while we were traveling through Alabama and stuff. She asked great questions. It was so good that we were like, we got to bring her back with Kyle. If you don't know who we're talking about, they're one of the best couples out there on the universe of Onewheel in. They're tremendous. We're going to get them here in a second. But before we do that, we do have a couple housekeeping things. One.
Housekeeping. Want to fluff your pillows?
Oh, my goodness. And, do you know the movie?
It's Tommy Boy. I still don't even think I've fully seen it, but Holly quotes it all the
time. All the time. Like
I do.
Once
so
a
now
day.
I just caught on.
Especially when it has anything to do with housekeeping.
Right.
Yes.
Not that you
the
clean
ladies
the house or
are going to be a little disgruntled and dysfunctional today because the coffee maker in the house is broken, so they don't have coffee. So
I am so sad.
if they feel sluggish or not on point today,
This is actually a
simply...
great pillow.
No, it's not. Get out of here.
Oh
Said
my
no
word,
one.
I'm not that bad.
You would sleep on a microphone over a pillow.
No.
She's just saying that's
if I
what's
was
in front of her right
in
now.
high school again, yes.
But yeah, you slept on a desk.
During school, yeah, I have lots of different desk sleeping positions.
So does everybody. But hey, as we get into this, subscribe to the YouTube channel here. We are dropping Onewheel content as much as we can. We got some really cool reviews that we're going to do on some products. We do interviews, so you won't be disappointed subscribing to this channel. Drop a comment in the comment section of this, even if you're watching it live. Give thumbs up. Turn on the bell notification. Do all the things all people on YouTube ask you to do. Okay, that's all out. That's housekeeping stuff. Now we're going to get to the interview with Allie and Kyle.
I did not get to introduce Allie last week because we started together. So
Yeah.
I think that she's in a withdrawn state of really amazing introductions. So can you do what you do best and introduce her and Kyle so fantastically? They just come out.
Oh, he has to move his stool.
I got to move it. I got it. No,
Okay.
here's I've never introduced two people at the same time.
No, that's true. That's true.
It's going to be unique. It'll be different. But
Do you need to go Kyle first, then Allie?
well, let's just see
Just
how
do
it
it
rolls
together.
out here.
Just
That's
do
what
it
we're going to do.
together.
We'll just let it flow, and then however it comes out is the way it comes out. I'm sure we're going to go back and forth, and everybody will have to decipher which
Kyle
one
and Allie, get ready to press record.
I'm talking about
you're
because
gonna love this. He's
nonetheless,
good at
I have no idea what I'm going to say. They act like this is scripted somewhere.
Yeah,
It's
but
the fact
you've just done so good. Okay.
we can't even see them yet to know if they're
I'm
laughing
gonna
or
use-
rolling their eyes.
I'm going to use this one for your interview to get you over to the racing league, so that you can commentate.
This is going to be your audition clip.
Get out of here,
That's
both
what I was
of
looking
you.
for, the audition. That's
You'd
what I was
never
looking for.
introduce two people at the same time
We're
unless
not
they're racing.
as good as we normally
No, but
are
that's
with
what I'm saying.
coffee, but together
Oh my
we will
goodness.
make it.
We'll make it work.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You're gonna do these.
We're
You're gonna do
just
two
taking
people.
over.
It is International Women Day, and the ladies are taking over.
We're like, Scott, you should do this interview,
Just
this
step down.
introduction. And then
Okay,
Holly
wait.
and I
Let
are
me
like-
just do it.
Allie's
Let me
gonna-
Allie's
Go
already
for it,
like,
ladies.
This is
It's all
different.
you.
This is different than with
It's all
just
you.
Lily. She's
just
probably
go.
like, this is different.
I'm waiting for
No,
you.
I'm not good at this.
I'm just sit back. If you today in the studio we have flash flood warnings. There's literally an inch of water all across this place. We have cords and cables dangling from places they just shouldn't be dangling because
terrible.
water is everywhere. We are getting more snow today, but it's also melting at the same time. So it is a hot mess in here. All right, let's get to it because people didn't come here to hear us just rant about it. So cool to see the names that are in the chat today. If you have questions throughout the interview, you can throw them in there and we'll throw it to our amazing two guests today. Holly will keep you up to speed. Lily will keep you up to speed. Make sure you're popping questions in there, and we would we'd love to ask for you to some of the best human beings on Onewheels. And so let's get to it. We have Kyle and Allie. They are both some of the greatest human beings on Onewheels. They met, I believe, because they both ride Onewheels. One works for the dentist. The other Onewheel.
What does Kyle do?
Yeah, Kyle, we're going to find that out.
Find out.
Kyle, all Kyle does is win. He holds the coveted
win.
trophy from last year, Race for the Rail. It is a sword that he slays people left and right while bombing any treaded tire down a hill or a slope. Or if he has to, he does mad tricks like nobody else. I don't know how he thinks of them. They're just in him. We all should be like him. Allie puts up with him, and she is amazing.
They have a naked cat.
They possess
Don't
a
they
naked
often
called
say
hairless, not
Kyle
naked.
is cat-like, right?
No, what?
What?
Let's just bring him in. They interrupted it. Lily interrupted with the naked cat. We give you Kyle and Allie right here on the screens, coming in from Sandy. Hey, how we doing?
They look like they're on a roller coaster.
They do. It actually looks like the pictures. After
Yes.
after you just hit the roller coaster, you go down and get your.
How are you two doing?
So good. What's
We're cracking up at y'all's introduction.
Yeah, that was so good.
Oh, it's so true, and it's all for you. So we're stoked to have you here. In case people are wondering who's who, I don't know why you think that. Yeah, there you go. Kyle's got the really long hair.
No, that one's Kyle.
Molly Stanley. All right, wait. Right?
No,
Oh,
you're Kyle
dang.
Stanley.
Oh,
I
that's
mean
what
Kyle
it
Hansen,
Kyle Stanson.
Allie Stanley.
Oh my goodness,
She does get it all backwards.
she gets it all backwards.
She gets it all backwards.
We like you guys already.
Yeah.
You're fantastic.
Allie, when I watched the interview last week, I do think you and Lily are very similar.
We're the same height.
You are the same height.
And now we're the other.
It-
What were the other
we
things?
both goofy riders.
We're both goofy riders.
Both. Hold on, there was more.
We're left-handed.
It was a lot
You're
of
kind of
things.
both.
There was one thing we differed in. I was like, there is something.
Yeah. I don't remember either, but no, that it was fun.
our
Kyle,
age-
I'm excited
our
to see
age.
our age. Yeah, I'm excited to see.
Oh, are you
our
the same
similar-
age?
We're the same age. I'm a little older than Allie, I think. When's your
I thought-
birthday, Allie?
October.
October, yeah.
Okay.
I'm June. Kyle, when is your birthday?
My birthday is May 19th.
Ooh, coming up.
All
May
right.
19th.
During Dirt Surfers.
Yeah, it'll be
Yeah.
during Dirt Surfers.
We'll get to celebrate. That's so fun. Okay, how old are you turning, Kyle?
Guess. What do you guys think?
28.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
No, wait. I got to guess. I'm going to guess that you're younger than Allie. You're turning 27.
Is it-
Ooh, that's pretty good. Nah, I'm turning 29.
29.
Nice. You're older.
So that means I won. Holly, you didn't even get in on it. What, did you fall asleep on us?
No, he gave the answer away.
Oh, well, you're going too slow.
Oh. No, you're good. You're good. That's all right.
Like 17, 18?
No way. You would be too young to not have a spleen.
Wait, there's an age requirement for which you can and cannot have a
I know, I'm
spleen?
just so excited to get on this topic. So can we just talk about
You
want
want to jump right to the injuries.
No, I
we
want
got
to
a
talk
series-
about how much a spleen weighs
Okay,
specifically.
Obviously, for those that are watching at home, we have a pre-interview that starts before we ever go live. So sometimes we get caught into some of the conversations.
Yeah, I
and,
wasn't really putting my makeup on.
and we today were talking about the spleen situation, and Lily was perplexed about. Wait, he lost that? What? We played
Well,
the video.
I knew.
Do you remember the scar that he showed in his video?
I remember. I knew he lost it, but
I was
then
going to say, I can show the scar if you want.
Let's see it, man. I saw it a couple weeks after that. Let's see this. Oh man, it's so big, long. Like seriously.
Okay, this is weird.
We have a navel on the screen and a nipple. Kyle, that's the first time we made history here.
Yeah, that's the first time
Love it.
on our channel.
First time you didn't introduce two people, and first time you've had a navel and a nipple on the screen.
Yeah, I
Navel
love
and
it.
a nipple. Dang.
Yeah.
I'm seeing it again on my iPad, and it's just a lot.
Now,
Yeah,
hey,
the scar is huge. It's like, I forget how many staples, but there's like a super fat scar, and then each dot, there's like dots going down the whole sides. It's crazy. How much? What
I
did you
thought
say?
you said one for each year or something.
Yeah, each year. It was like 28 staples or something.
wow.
Wow.
I mean, there's a video. We played the video here on our podcast of that. We put a link to where it was. Everybody, he's counting all of a
Stapled
sudden.
your stomach?
No, he didn't staple
No,
it.
they did.
Yeah, this
Oh,
is an
it's
actual.
22. for the year that it was 22 staples.
22.
There you go.
For
2022.
It does.
Yikes.
I'm having trouble processing.
What is like seriously?
Yeah, like when you go, you can get stitches or staples.
No, I get it. It's just a lot to think about.
It's not really though. Are your eyebrows sweating?
With the staples in there, it was.
Yeah, the staples are
No,
gnarly
this
too.
stuff
They,
kind of
like,
grosses me out.
They hook down and then they hook in.
They're
so that
serious.
They don't pop out.
That's
I'm
right.
pretty sure it's like the staple guns you use like on wood, but.
Yeah, but they like kind of hook in at the.
They
teeth.
only-
So do they just fall out on their own?
Yeah, get out of here! What is wrong with you?
Oh man,
Yeah, they just rust.
You're gonna
They
be
rust and fall
You're
out.
gonna be a mess when you have children.
Yeah,
When-
they get rust.
I'm already
and fall out,
sweating.
yeah.
A lot of times they do like the staples.
Wait, hold
when
on.
it's
Let him answer. It was his spleen in his staples.
Either way is a
Let
good
him answer.
explanation.
This is why people, Allie and Kyle, they tell us we're not very good interviewers because we screw around. And
Well-
we don't let you finish your statement.
I love
Oh,
screwing
I
around.
see the difference now. I see.
No,
Okay.
they had like a little scissors machine that like they put one piece under the staple and then it like pried the staple and it like bent the staple out like this and then they pulled it out like that.
it just flashed to Lily's face.
Yeah, did you see Lily's face? She's
So
perplexed.
yeah, they like cut in and they like pulled it out and then like just yanked it out. I was like, yeah, they did that over and over. I was like, oh, this is cool. I had to watch it happen. It was just like,
Oof, duh. No way.
I actually,
That's
that
pretty
stuff
cool.
fascinates me as well. I totally,
Yeah.
when our kids have staples in their head or stitches,
But here's what
I remove them.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
remove them. We don't even go in for that next appointment. Like,
That's crazy.
I can do that.
I can do
yeah, I
that.
thought about it.
He thought about it.
Actually,
What-
she had, if you guys know the band called A Day to Remember, we love the band, and she
Yeah.
had tickets to go see them in San Diego. And it was like a week after.
It was like a week after the surgery, and we're like, he's like, I don't think I can go to
and
that.
I had a doctor's appointment the day before, and I was just like trying to convince them to take them out, and they were like, "It's probably not a good idea."
Oh my
I'm like, "But you
gosh.
see, there's a concert, and
But
I
you
want to
see,
go."
and there's no way to be safe at a Day to Remember concert. Like there's
Oh
just
no!
Yeah.
like
no, when I
you're
got
not
there,
just gonna
I
stand
almost
there.
got suffocated between people,
Yeah.
so I was like, "There's no way Kyle could fit in here."
Yeah,
I'm
it was
glad
a
you
good
were
call,
still
though.
able to go. Wait,
Oh,
so
man.
we were talking earlier about how Kyle knows how much his spleen weighs, and I'm very interested.
Yeah,
in
but hold on.
this.
We got you get
Why
ahead
can't-
of yourselves.
what
Because
else is there to
Because
talk about?
the setup is like we're on it. He got injured, spleen removed. We don't like for those that didn't watch the podcast or listen to it or watch the video that's on your YouTube channel. Where can they find the video? Is it on Wheel Fun Stuff on YouTube? Right?
Like where I crashed. Or...
No, but you retell the.
Oh yeah, you can go to Wheel Fun Stuff's YouTube for sure.
Yes.
I tell the whole story of like what happened. I do some tricks along the way, you know. Had a good time with it. Yeah, so go to Wheel Fun Stuff. Man, I forget what it's called. I think I just, I lost my spleen, and you could probably find it there. And I go along the whole process of what happened with the
Right.
helicopter, falling, and
Oh
like
my goodness.
not sure if
Holy
I
moly.
broke my ribs or it was my spleen. And I was like, yeah, definitely had to start doing something. So I'm glad I took care of it like super fast and like quick and everything.
Okay, so my question that Lily keeps just treading on
She's
and
excited
smashing, I
about
want to
it.
know who's had the worst one-wheel injury, because Allie, you got injured at Race for the Rail, right? You dislocated
Yes,
your
you
shoulder, or right?
Yeah, I don't think that's anything compared to what a few things Kyle has done.
A few.
Well,
a few things.
I didn't know. I mean, I watched you. Didn't you mob still for a little bit with your shoulder?
I
Look,
did,
Kyle's
yes, and that I've never broken anything. So in that case, I knew my arm was hanging this way and it was empty back here.
Oh no.
And I knew something was wrong. And
knew
so
something was wrong.
my first thought was I broke like my collarbone or something over here. So yeah, it was bad.
She was like in shock when that happened. And I could see her shoulder. It was like popped out. And I was like, that is dislocated for sure. And she was just like, yeah, is it broken? It might be broken. I'm not sure. Like she was definitely in shock of it.
I passed out from how much shock I had. Like,
Oh my god.
No
while
way.
I was waiting for someone to get me off the trail, like I just lost consciousness staring out, and then like really quick and like came back to it. But it was like I was just in so much pain from that.
Wow.
And it stayed out for the problem was that how long it stayed out. So we went to ended up going to the emergency room because it was just hanging out the whole time for about 30 minutes maybe. And so now I'm feeling it still to this day, trying to do little workouts.
I was on the trail up there and I was like, here, let me just pop it back in. And like 50 people around are just like, no. And I'm like,
I wish you would have, because my first instinct.
I wouldn't have actually, I don't know how to do that.
Well, yeah,
I don't know how to do it.
When it happened, it was just me and a rider, Kay Love. She was also at Race for the Rail last year, and it was just her and I up there. And when it happened, like I felt my arm, and I was like, I need help. Like I wanted to ask her to like pull it this way, but I was almost scared to move it. And so I just was like, let me just leave it alone. I need to have someone look at this.
That's
said when
crazy.
Popped it back in, it was like she barely.
Yeah, she barely moved it when the doctor came in to pop it back in, and she told me to just like, she's like, if you just relax your shoulder, and she was like pulling my arm up like this, and then I felt it like suck into place, like it like sucked back.
Oh, I do not like that.
And then immediate relief, but still very painful afterwards. And I was not gonna race at all at Race of the Rail this past year. Like I was a little upset at that, but I was like, whatever. Like I literally do not want to even risk falling on this, but I got talked into it. From Jack,
you did.
And
She woke up that next morning and was like, I feel pretty good. I think I'm gonna race today, and I was like, sick. Let's get ready. Let's go.
I thought I could take it chill and still like chill enough and safe to still do pretty well, which I still ended up falling on my shoulder during the race.
We had this sling that we like tied to her body so that her arm would stay in place.
Yeah, it was an immobilizer, so like my elbow is like stuck to my side. And it was a little hard to ride without moving my arm at all, so we like added a rope to be able to give my arm some movement, but not so I couldn't like throw it up here or anything.
It was fun.
Yeah, it was impressive. Like we, as a family, we love watching all the races, and when we were watching that race, knowing what transpired, it was cool to watch my kids. Especially the girls that ride, just look at what you're doing, and took so much inspiration of. If I fall, I got to get back on. We talk all the time in the house. I ask the question when somebody falls, why do we fall? And the answer around this house is so we can get back up again. And it was cool to watch it play out. I never want anyone hurt, but I love when somebody can keep fighting against the pain and stuff. That's pretty cool. I've dislocated both my shoulders, so I know exactly what you're talking about. It's not fun.
Not good.
The first time it happened, I did what you did. Don't touch it. Some professional needs to do this. By the time I've dislocated a handful of times, now I just put it back in. And so...
Yeah, you get used to it after that, I heard.
Yeah, you just get used to it and you realize, I can't really mess it up. It kind of falls back into place. And so...
looser now.
Yeah, yes.
And I
okay.
actually, we just had the fun weekend here, and during
Tandem race?
that we had the tandem race, and I had Hannah, this girl Hannah, on my back.
Yeah.
We were both on the one wheel, and like we were almost in first place, so I like pushed it really hard, and I ended up falling on my left shoulder and dislocating it. But it was like really quick, and so this one was like it didn't really hurt like my other one, and it was very familiar pain, so it just kind of put right back in, and better.
Yeah, so okay,
So
I
now
watched
I've
that.
dislocated both of them.
I watched that race of the tandem races. Why did you choose that style versus like the face-to-face, both feet of both riders are on the board? Is that a better position when riding tandem on a one wheel?
Well, actually, when Kyle is usually when you're riding tandem, someone has to be in control and someone has to like just submit to the like going with the flow. And usually Kyle will be controlling the board and I'll stand on it and it's pretty comfy. But in this case, I was going to be the one controlling the board, and I didn't feel comfortable with like standing like that with Hannah and I, but I felt fine with her on my back because I could still like, I just felt heavier, top heavy, but like I could move my legs around and it wasn't too bad, but it was just gets tiring how long she's on my back.
Yeah, yes.
Wow.
When our groms around here, their one wheels die, well, they're with me now, and I've tried every position where you hold them like they're I don't know, like people would carry a bride into the house.
Oh, yeah.
A baby.
Or I put them on my back, I put them in front of me, or a baby. I don't hold a baby like this.
Yeah, but remember that game,
All the way out
Kyle?
here, yeah.
Kyle and Allie, you guys should play this game. it's more fun with a lot of people, but backpack, baby, bunk bed, like there's someone calling out those 3 things. Backpack is what you did with Hannah, like on your back. Baby's like this, and then bunk bed is a little more complicated. I'll send you a picture later, but basically you have to do it like as fast as the caller calls it out, and like if you're the last couple to finish, it's so funny. You're out. It's so funny.
That's fun. That sounds like a challenge.
But anyways, baby.
Yeah, but
That's where she got baby.
That's where I got baby.
Nonetheless.
Long explanation. Anyways,
Okay.
how much does a spleen weigh?
Would you stop? I'm going to throw something at you. Okay.
But I'm very curious.
I know. Okay. So, Allie, are you calling that your worst
Injury.
one wheel injury or is the
Yeah, I
dislocated shoulder?
guess so. All the other ones were like nosedives when I was new and like not knowing the limits of the board and not on the street. I would just like fall and like think I'd not do anything serious, but like maybe hurt my shoulder back from just slamming. But actual injury, I would say that's probably my biggest one so far.
Okay, so Kyle, can you trump that in any way? I think we've already alluded to it, but can you any injuries worse than dislocation of shoulders?
I broke my face last year.
Your face.
Like in 5 places, yeah.
The beginning, but the same year he lost his spleen, he broke his face.
What?
Yeah, I broke it in like 5 different places up here and like my cheekbone area.
Wait, from
Yeah,
falling?
Falling. I just smashed my face on the ground. I was not wearing a helmet, so make sure you wear a helmet because I probably would not have broken my face. So, yeah.
Did
But I
it
was
hurt?
Did it hurt? That's the best question you come up with? Did it hurt? Jeez.
What hurt more?
I
What hurt
definitely-
more? Your face or your spleen?
Oh, that's a good. My face hurt more, I think.
Can I show a gory picture on
Yeah. Why? We've already had a nipple and a navel. Let's have some blood.
that's his, like, on
I'm
his
not
face.
gonna enjoy this.
Holy cow.
Oh. Ouch.
So that was like a laceration from impact on the ground. That's what was the scariest part. It was like it was bleeding so much, so I was like kind of not sure what was happening. I guess I don't know, pretty much like that, and it just hurt so much, like all on my face. I think it was this side. I was like, man, this sucks.
I can't
But yeah,
believe that you don't wear a full face helmet after breaking your face.
It was just a bad move on my part. I was just doing some tricks in the warehouse here at the Wheel Fun Stuff Shop, and I was getting ready to leave actually, and I just had this feeling of like, all right, I'm gonna practice hard for like 10 minutes or so, and I was just trying to throw a trick, and I like could see my board was getting twisted up, but I just tried to commit to it anyway, when I probably should have failed from it, but it didn't work out. So my board like twisted out from me, and it kind of shot my feet out behind me, and I was up like about a foot off on a ramp, and so my face just kind of like impacted into the floor from that height. So yeah, and then I kind of was just sitting there for a while.
Did you get a concussion?
Yeah, Allie wasn't there, and then there was a couple people around, and they were just like helping me out, trying to figure out if I was good, and I was just sitting there, and then like Allie came and picked me up, and we went to the ER, and then they did a CAT scan, I think.
Or some MRI or
MRI
something.
or
I saw
something
they did
on my
some. No, it definitely was probably. I don't know. They did something, but you could like see. He said it was broken in like a few different spots around his eye, and.
Wow.
Yeah, he said originally that it was like 3 fracture lines, and then
But your jaw wasn't opening right or something.
yeah, my jaw was like
It
like
was,
being
it was
weird.
something weird, and I was like, "Are you sure his jaw's okay?" And then he like re-looks at the images, and he's like, "Oh, here's a couple more breaks."
Oh my
like-
gosh.
And,
Somebody
like,
wrote
if
in
you
the
feel
comments.
sick-
Somebody just wrote in the comments they hope that the CS or
CPSC.
CPSC is not watching as we are going through all of our injuries on one wheels.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty
I have
accurate.
another
I mean,
question.
hair, though.
That's right. It's
Yeah, no,
all.
all of it. All of these falls are for sure user error. Like I'm asking for them, like doing these tricks. Like I was saying, I was in the mentality of like pushing the board to its limits, and sometimes that happens. And if you're not prepared, like wearing a helmet or like what you're saying, wearing a full face helmet, you can get hurt. So it's definitely a good message to myself to like always be wearing a helmet, even in the simplest times of like practicing in the warehouse or when you're really full sending hard, like you should be being all protected, wrist guards for sure, helmet, knee pads, elbow pads.
Yeah,
Don't forget
all
anything,
this stuff.
Kyle. Don't
like,
forget.
I think it's funny on all that topic, even as people writing in the chat. It's a little bit of like, man, if you're going to live life to its fullest, it requires you to take risks on anything. And so I don't get too worked up about dangerous things or like, fine, you want to be conservative, ride your board conservative and you'll be almost fine. But what fun is that if you want to find out where the limitation is for yourself as an individual, as an athlete? And we have two pros on if you're just tuning in, Allie and Kyle, some great humans, and they're pros. So they're pushing the sport and they're showing us what they can do and what's possible on a board. And so sometimes, like I know for me, when I get to listen to an interview of X Game athletes, they'll talk about their injuries because it's part of the sport if you're going to progress.
Yeah. Red Bull just put out a video like this past week of all these snowboarders doing some like just really quick downhill on a rail, and they're running into it's literally called Destruction, Red Bull Destruction, and they're just all these like
plowing into the
eating it.
Red Bull they put out the gnarliest falls and crashes and like even stories of one athlete and their like one crash, usually a redemption from it or just what happened. So it's definitely part of the sport. Like we're doing something that's kind of extreme and that takes risk, like you're saying, 100%.
But again, I get there are some people that don't want to ride like that, but they should be able to ride however they want. Holly. She is not
right here.
She would, if she could, she'd put bubble wrap to ride in. But the great thing about Holly is that she's not doing that to the kids. She's not saying, don't do that. When I come back, like we were just down where Dirt Surfers is and we filmed and I'd come back and show her what we just rode. She's like, wait, all the kids just went down all the rocks around there and their board could have fallen off the side. She doesn't go, don't do that again. She's like, that's crazy. I'd never do that. And I think that's pretty cool when I know I'm married to her and she's raising our children with me, but it's cool to watch somebody go, I wouldn't do that, but I'm not going to tell somebody they can't do that.
They are far more talented than I am.
I have a question.
Hold on. Is it going to be how much does a spleen weigh?
No, I want to know if he got a concussion.
Oh my gosh, you just asked something.
Of when I broke my face?
Yeah.
I don't think that I got a concussion, and if I did, it was a really minor one because I've gotten some before, and
that's not surprising.
It wasn't. It wasn't.
I guess it's not surprising.
I think I just my face broke my fall from it breaking. I think when you like punch through something, it hurts a lot less when you punch through it rather than it just
stopping your momentum.
That's pretty much what happened. My face broke my fall and also broke my face.
Yes. Okay, we're gonna land the injury thing. I had no intention spending this long on it, but because Lily kept asking about a spleen,
Are we not answering?
Yeah, we're gonna ask.
Okay,
so how much does a spleen?
Definitely trumps the
That's
fall.
so
It's definitely the worst fall I've had, the longest experience with an injury that probably either of us have had to experience.
And how much does a spleen weigh?
Yeah, I was gonna say the average spleen weighs 3 to 5 ounces, and mine was approximately like 4.2, I think, is what they're saying.
Got a big spleen.
Big spleen.
On the higher end.
Yeah.
And now have you lost your superhero ability on a one wheel, or has it helped progress you to where you're faster and can do better tricks because you are light, you're trimmed down?
4.2 ounces lighter.
Spleenless.
Those ounces make a difference.
I know.
I believe it.
No, I don't think it definitely was more all like a mental factor. My physical ability has not really, changed. I think I've just mentally changed a little bit. Like the experience has humbled me a bit, and I'm like, a lot more grateful for life and just living and being able to, enjoy the fun things in life. And I think that has changed how I ride too. So I was a little afraid at first, riding the board that fell and everything. So it was like a little process to get back into it. Once I started doing tricks again, like I just started jumping into it because I knew I had the fear. But, you know, fear holds us back a lot in life with a lot of things. So I like to, you know, take what I learned in one wheeling and try and relate it to like everything in life, because you know, most things can relate in that sense. So I just kind of overcame that fear really quickly by just jumping back on that same board and riding it, ripping around, doing some tricks, you know, trying to do another like long jump with that same board.
He got on the same day back on his one wheel after his surgery when he got released.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Wow.
I tell all of my kids if they got to go get stitches or whatever and they come back, I'm like, go do what you just did to get the stitches so you're not afraid of it. That's a good strategy.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Except if it's like just a walking trip into the corner. Like, let's not.
Who has had one of those injuries where they did a klutz thing?
Historic.
What? No, she was pushed violently into the table by her siblings. Okay.
That
So
happened to me too. On my forehead, I got stitches.
That's exactly where. Yes, that was her as well.
Harry Potter stitches.
Yeah, come on.
Nice.
Are you a Harry Potter fan as couples? Do you like Harry Potter?
I love Harry Potter.
I'm not a huge fan, but I enjoy it. But
I make
I'm not
her
like
watch the movies.
I've seen them prior too, but I just I'm not like a huge diehard Harry Potter fan. But I'm into it.
Yeah,
It's
you
a
can watch
magical
it.
land.
It's a magical land.
Definitely watching it, but not like some people are like they can do trivia for it.
That's
Yeah, I don't
Lily.
know about that.
I do like Harry Potter.
It's-
That's another tick off the things we're not like, Allie. But it's okay that you don't like it.
I'll watch it with you.
Okay, I'll watch it.
Don't
with you.
suffer like that. No, that's awful. Go ride your one wheel. Like,
Oh my gosh.
that's suffering.
We gotta take a break sometime.
Yeah.
So take a break and
So
watch Harry
watch Kyle and Allie ride their one wheels then instead of Harry Potter. That's seriously.
Maybe
Okay,
we'll do
moving
a
on.
reenactment of Harry Potter, but everyone is on one wheel.
I love it.
What's the
So
game?
Let's play Quidditch on
Yeah,
one wheel.
Quidditch on one wheel.
Yeah.
Kyle, you can be the seeker because you're so fast.
Yeah, that actually would be hilarious.
This makes me excited. Actually.
How did you not do that at the last 2 weekends ago when you guys had your fun weekend? You should have done Quidditch.
Yeah, fun weekend is sick.
Next year then.
Yeah, we got it all planned out. I think
I'll
right
be
after
there.
this, I'm gonna start getting the game plan down for Quidditch, get some broomsticks out, you know.
I'll be there.
Okay.
Parking lot.
So who comes with all the like? Speaking of the weekend, who comes up with all of the different types of races, from the skating rink to the dirt bike pump track to the couples races, all the things we've watched, at least here in Minnesota, we watched online. Who's dreaming up all those events?
So that's all the Wheel Fun Stuff crew. You know, it's mainly me and AJ, and we got Ricky also on board, and you know, Allie's always in too, throwing her ideas around, and we got Maddie too. So that's kind of our main crew that just, you know, throws ideas around, and we just, you know, write them down, get them ideas flowing, and you know, make it happen. You know, you gotta have people gotta know what having fun is like. So we're trying to show them the different things they can do and go have fun, you know, just go, you know.
Yeah, I
enjoy
feel
the
like we
world.
have we talk just in general throughout the time, talk about a general outline of how we picture the Wheel Fun Weekend going, and I think Ricky usually will be the one to he knows a lot of people, so he can
Ricky's the man.
execute things.
Yeah.
He's also One Wheel Flyers on Instagram. He has his little deal going.
Yeah. He's a cool guy. He's the one who makes all the deals. He talks to the track and talks to the roller rink that we went to, which was super cool. That was Derby United, which is a cool roller rink here in San Diego. Pretty fun. And then San Diego BMX was the track. It's owned by Tyler Brown, I think his name is, and he was an Olympic BMX rider. And so
cool.
He keeps the track really nice, and he's super fun to hang out with, and he lets us rip the track, which is super awesome. So yeah, and I don't know if you guys ever ridden on a BMX track before?
I have, but not as nice as the one you guys did your event on. That is pristine.
Nice.
But
it's pretty nice. It's
a
misleading though, because it's definitely pretty hard packed. Falling on it is
It's almost like concrete.
Yeah,
it's
Yeah.
very packed.
yeah, they that's just how they take care of the Olympic tracks is making it smooth so that it's like just buttery for the wheels to go across.
And for a one-wheel rider, it is a totally different ride than anything else. It's nothing. It takes a lot to get used to, and it's a workout on your body because you've got to pump up and down. If you're riding it straight with no bend in your knees, you're going to get bucked off your one wheel pretty quick.
Yeah, it's super fun. We try and get everyone to come try it out. It's like great for beginner riders too because they can just slowly go through the pumps, and it's great for experienced riders because they can launch off of the rippers or rip through the pump section, and it's a good fun time.
Yeah, the footage coming out of that was awesome. Again,
Thank you.
Whenever you see the BMX course, it's your guys' race because no one else is doing anything like it. And I think it's just so cool to watch the footage because you've got Bodhi just clearing the knuckle, right? He doesn't even, it just launches him. You're like, man, that guy. That race is, I feel built for him a little bit because this is.
Surprised he still has a spleen.
Is this the second year in a row he's won that?
Yeah, for sure.
Did he win last year?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he won. He got WTF rails for the GT. I think that was the secret sauce that he had this year.
That helps definitely in the promotion of those when they release them. Everybody wait, that's a game changer.
Yeah. For sure.
I do think people forget all of the mods that people put on their one wheels, rails, and all those things. A lot of the riding has to do with the rider and not the gear you are riding on. And so,
whatever you're comfortable on, some people may perform better with these rails or these rails, whatever you have the most time spent with and what you control the most. So a lot of rider, I would say.
Yes. Okay, so let me ask this for both of you. What's your go-to tire? We're going to go GT and then the XR, okay? Because we know those are the primary one wheels that people are riding. So what's your go-to tire all around? You want to do a hybrid riding of trails and street. What would be your go-to tire for both those?
For the GT, right now, I'd have to go with the Enduro. But I'm pretty excited for the GOAT tire from Flight Fins that's coming out. So I'm pretty sure that might trump it. But the Enduro is pretty sweet right now. And then if I had to even go down, I'd probably take the stock treaded. And then the stock slick probably is my last pick. But I have a board with the slick, so we'll see how it goes.
On the GT, you're saying on the GT you would go Enduro, stock treaded, stock slick on the GT right now? That's your order?
Those are your top threes.
Yeah.
Those are kind of only tires available, I suppose. As well.
Those are the only available,
I am stoked about the GOAT as well. Whenever that drops, we'll get it as well. Probably just in time for our trails to be thawed out and be able to ride that. I think it'll be fun to have a treaded tire for trails. And I would say the same order you're saying. The Enduro tire right now is the hands-down favorite for GT. How about for the XR for you, Kyle?
The XR, if we were talking trails, I would do the Maxxis 6.5 treaded. It's been my favorite tire for the XR for a while. I won dirt servers on it last year, and it just shreds. It shreds dirt. It handles great on street. I love that tire.
Wow, I've never rode that one. That's one of the few treaded tires I've not rode. That's
it's a fatty tire.
It's a big tire. I'm not a big fan of it personally, but
I love it though. I think it's a tire. Yeah.
That's cool.
Okay.
As far as me for GT, I have the Enduro right now on mine. Like I said, there's not much else to choose from. And I did at Fun Weekend win a GOAT tire, so when that comes out, I'll get that also to try. So I'm excited to try that one. I do love the Enduro on the GT. I thought it made a huge difference. When the GT first came out and I started riding, I think I had it treaded. I had so much air out of it too, and I was still sliding around. It's just I was slipping out in all these ways that I don't normally, just going through a berm and the board slides out. And as soon as I went to an Enduro, that kind of stopped. So I like that so far on my GT. I have no problems with it. But I'm stoked to try another tire for sure.
And then your
and
XR?
then my XR, don't judge me, but my whole first year riding, I loved my Vega. Like,
Yeah.
I rode with my Vega forever, and
Such a good time.
it's because I never rode with anything else, so I was very used to it, and even so, I just enjoyed it. Like, I didn't mind. I did performed well on it, even on trails with the slick tire. I was doing really well, so I loved the Vega forever, and then the Enduro came out and I switched because it's really similar in a way compared to the other tires that are out.
Yeah.
So I liked the like hybrid of the treaded with the slick because I like to do tricks on my board. So I feel like the treaded would kind of hinder me in a way with slides.
Yeah.
Or at least make it harder. So right now, that's my go-to. I'm still just with an Enduro. I have a Trail Pro on my other XR, but I haven't really gotten to ride it around too much.
You just put, did you say last week? You just put that tire on?
Yeah.
Is that what you said last week?
Yes, it's a used one that I got from my friends Joanna and Cody, and they had just had an extra one, and
Pretty fresh.
I have an extra XR, so I would like one more like trail oriented with like treaded tire, maybe change the rails out eventually.
Yeah.
But I'm just such a basic board rider. I like the straight rails. I like the flat foot pads. I like like the basic stuff. I like the way it feels.
Yeah, I'm with you, Kyle, on the Vega. Sorry, Allie. I loved that stock tire. People gave me so much crap for keeping it on for so long. I just loved it. It was like I got no complaints with it. And then I started the journey after the tire wore out. Then I started the journey of trying all kinds of tires. And then when Vega dropped their treaded tire, which sits on the desk, I thought, oh, this is going to be sweet. It's going to be like a good hype mix between what I really liked, and then it's the worst tire I've ever rode. The compound on the Vega treaded is awful. And I think that's some of the issue with the stock treaded for the GT is the compound so hard. And that it doesn't, it's just, that's my complaint with those is that compound. Which
I liked the hard compound of the Vega. I also loved the Vega. I rode a lot of miles on it too. But I think the biggest downside is it was super heavy. But that was because it's such a hard compound. It's all dense in there. So when I switched to other tires, I noticed huge notice on like the weight difference when throwing tricks, and just riding it. So, but other than that, I love the way it rode, especially after like 500 miles. Breaking in a Vega is like perfect.
500 miles to break in a tire.
What's on Lily's board? I'm curious.
I have a stock treaded on my GT, and I have a pint, and I have
you're rocking.
Yeah, my pint tire is the Craft and Ride.
No.
Burris.
No.
Tread.
No.
I'm looking at him for help. That is my favorite treaded tire I've ever
Which
had,
one?
though.
The one on
my
your pint? That is the Hoosier.
I like it better than the Enduro.
Hoosier slick? Oh, treaded.
No, the Hoosier treaded tire for the pint. I don't.
But I'm hoping to get. I would like an Enduro for my GT.
So Lily's story is she got the GT with a slick on it, and then she went to someone around here just trying to get a treaded tire on it because she wanted the treaded, but she didn't want to. It was cheaper to get the slick. So then she just goes and gets the used treaded tire, which then I put on for her, and so that's what she's rolling.
Yeah.
If she gets the Enduro,
I know what you mean though. Like when I don't have enough experience to think, oh, it's the tire. I would just automatically think it's me. But when we were riding in Arkansas, I would go on berms and it would just slip out from under me. And I guess
it technically is the rider too.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I wasn't, that was my first time racing with the GT. It's still, I feel more comfortable in my XR. But I think it's a mix of both, like the hard tire.
It's a mix of both. Yeah.
Plus,
I rode those trails with a slick tire too. And I mean, I noticed like a minimal difference, but yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I was rocking slick on my whole first year racing, and I had no problem on trails with it.
Almost would have been good to stay with it.
What's that, Kyle?
It just matters most when like wet terrain. I think that's
Yeah.
what you'll notice, slick or treaded. Like either will slip out in mud or anything, but the tread will like grab a little bit more.
Yeah, I think the treaded for the stock tire, again, if I'm choosing to order a new GT, I'm always going to go to the treaded side. But I think the tread is too close to each other for it to really bite any chunk. It needs bigger gaps. That's some of my hopes with the goat tire. Pictures make me feel like there's a bit of a better tread on there, and it's a lot more rounded. That tire does have I have high expectations for it. Now, you talk about flight fins, and recently you dropped a video of you guys having a partnership. What does that actually mean? Are they moving out to you? Are you moving to them to Ohio? Or are you guys carrying both product? What does it mean in this new partnership between the two of you?
Yeah, we've always worked with flight fins kind of from the beginning. Like, I think one of my first board, I put flight fins on it, and every time we've like just created content with them or even just worked with them, hung out with them, it's just been a good time, and like it's worked out really well. So we're going to just keep pushing that forward, so we're going to be creating a lot of flight fin content that that they'll be putting out, and we'll be putting out for them too, and all that. And so we just want to keep the stoke alive, keep it moving forward. And so we really like them, and they love what we're doing. So you'll just see a lot more, collab stuff, and teaming up with each other, fun fins, stuff like that. It'll be fun. Yeah.
Fun fins.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And we can't wait. I love watching like Badger Wheel teaming up with Float Life. I just think it helps the community produce some really cool stuff. I love that Flight Fins will be able to use you as hopefully a test case of some things. Like it'd be,
yeah, exactly.
In my mind, it would be awesome if they're like working on a tire in the background and you start riding it before they ever produce it, so we get to hear some, right? Because right now we all blindly have ordered it, or it's being sent with nobody riding this tire yet. So it's only speculations from videos and stuff. And so it'd be cool to have had footage of you riding and your thoughts and go, oh man, I like the way Kyle rides. Here's his thoughts on this new tire. Oh, I got to get this if it's going to help in those, the feel and the vibe of my Onewheel. So I'm excited about it. It'll be pretty cool to see the content, and I like the sounding of Fun Fins. This is going to be great.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, I've never actually said that, so I was like, I like the sound of that too. That sounds good. So I'm going to probably be throwing that around all the time. You heard it here first, though. Fun
That's
Fins.
right.
That's right.
That's right. Breaking news. It was just developed right here. We don't know what it looks like or what it'll do, but we have a great name. It's a good place to start.
Yeah, us and our 28 viewers, y'all are the only ones I know.
That's right.
Yes. Now, the great thing about that view thing is it's a YouTube flaw. And at one point, we were at about 50. And I think that's probably the more of the count than it moves. Like, you'll see it at one point, it's going to drop to 5.
Yeah, I saw it go up, and people log on.
There's
and
a bunch of people jumping in there.
Yeah, and it is literally when you stream live, there's an algorithm problem that that YouTube has said we're working to fix it, that the number fluctuates, drops up and down. And you have to wait till after to actually know how many were watching live with you. It's
Come on, YouTube.
Either way, that's a good amount, I think.
Yeah, it's sweet.
We were talking earlier about like testing products and stuff, and I was like, man, that's exactly what Future Motion needs to do, is like let riders like test products before it goes out to the public, so that we can actually get good boards,
actual rider input.
boards that don't ghost.
But you also get the community, like I'm going to speak on your behalf, but correct me if I'm wrong. Like if all of us that are in the podcast today, Onewheel came to us and said, hey, will you ride this GT and just let us know what you think? And we're going to be honest. We're going to say, I don't like this, but I love this. And we're going to tell them our honest feedback. And then when it hits the masses and people all have this negative deal, we would be there going, no. We're stoked on this product. Yeah. And it has some issues, but we're going to champion for Onewheel because we want them to succeed. What happened with the GT? No one rode it. All the people that would be positive with Onewheel hadn't even got their Onewheel yet because it was first come, first serve, which created, the first 10 people could have been super Onewheel haters, and that's all you're getting flooded into the universe of social media. And you don't have like you guys or Float Life who's got it right away go, no, we rode it. There are some flaws, but there's some really good things to build on. And I think
like already putting out that information so people can, be get the info they need to, jump on a wheel and actually, feel it out for themselves too.
Yeah, because I just the other day on YouTube, some 9-month-old video pops on, and it's something about how much they hate the GT, and it's like, man, that's so 9 months ago. If you don't know the context of 9 months ago inside the one wheel world, right? You're gonna just think it's a piece of junk, and it's like, no, that's not true. And that person, it was their first one wheel, and it's like,
yeah, I'm like, do they know how to ride? That's a big thing. Like, how long have you been riding? Do you know how to? There's certain people that should be testing and that are able to get a good opinion out, and some that are just too new at the board to be able to say too much of an opinion on it.
But again, information is key or king in this day and age. So if you can be the first one to get information out it, then it's truth. And it's not. It's like, no. Consider the source. Are they a one wheeler?
I think about that a lot, like all the information that like we're putting out and everything. It's like, people really listen, so it's like I definitely want to give my honest opinion and like what I really feel about something, rather than just trying to get it out to be the first one to like have content on it or something. It's like, I want to tell you what's up and how I feel about it, so let me like ride it and test it, and then it's like then. Yeah.
And again, as people like when both of you guys talk or teach, like we made mention last week and this week about the video that Allie made about how to curb nudge. I watched that and then immediately turned around and told all my kids to watch this, study this, so they could do that. And it's because I respect you guys as writers and content creators, and so I value your opinion on a product that I don't feel like you're just shooting stuff to me to get me be the first one,
get views or clicks, or it's like not. We're really trying to give information that's gonna be useful or entertainment for someone that's really gonna just something someone can enjoy, and it's all truth.
Yeah, I people are always like, they'll give us a hard time because we do what you guys do. We're not pros. We're average Joes. But we just talk about content. We talk about one wheel, and people will say, "Oh, you get paid by that company, so you're saying that." We aren't professional YouTubers. Yeah. we have day jobs, and we do this for the love of the community, not because we get to sell something. It's like, nope, we wanted to try that tire. We wanted to try that footpad. Here's our thoughts. Take
and
it or leave
another
it.
thing with that, even if in certain cases, if someone is getting paid, at least in our case, I feel like I would only join with something that I really believe in.
Right.
So it's not something I'm having to. They're paying me, and I'm promoting something, but I'm only doing this because I really enjoy this, and I think other people will enjoy it. It's not. Right. I wouldn't be doing something just to make a buck off of it. So
try this right now.
Try this right now.
Yes. Like anytime some company or brand tries to make some deal with us of like, the more you push it, the more you make, I always say, nah, I'm not doing that. Because then I'm now a salesman, and I'm not a salesman. Yeah. I want to help people sell their stuff if I believe in it, not just for them to make a buck or whatever that is. Okay, let me ask a couple more questions as we want to get through a couple of these. We're going to talk about Race for the Rail this year. Who would you say? I'll ask for your top three because I don't want you to have to single somebody out. But in your opinion, who are the top three biggest competitors for you in this race season? And we'll start with you, Kyle, first, and then Allie will go to you.
Mm-hmm.
Biggest competitors? Austin Silva is definitely always like right there. He's so fast and he's always so smooth. And then Bodhi, of course, he's just insane on a one wheel in all aspects. And then who would it be? Probably
He said two.
Yeah.
I said three.
Top three
a top three.
You said three? I misunderstood. I'm sorry.
Well, she's putting herself in the top three. I like that, Allie. She's in the top
saying
three. I like that.
Yeah, but and then I think that Brandon Peavy Luke Austin, those two guys have both they shocked me last year, and so I think they have a whole year now, and I think they've been ripping. I've seen them doing a lot of one wheeling, so they were pretty fast, and they were good with like, you know, the racing mentality and that whole scene, because it is a lot different when you're like ripping down a mountain during a race rather than just, you know, during a group ride or something. So I'm excited to see who comes up. Hopefully there'll be a bunch of, you know, sleepers out there that we haven't really like heard anything about, and you know, they're just gonna be like shocking everyone. So
it could be
excited.
Legend,
Say
our oldest son.
Mendenhall.
We have to decide if we're going to let him be pro this year or not. And I'm not really saying that he would be. He's fast, but he is only 14.
Yeah.
Those 14-year-olds are so quick. The young ones, 14, 15, 16, they are crazy fast.
That's because they haven't fallen enough.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the
exactly.
They haven't
don't
broken their
care.
spleen.
Yeah,
Spleen intact.
they don't
face
care.
Not broken.
They have they know how to. Yeah, it's just they haven't fallen enough. I ride with
Scott was just telling Legend last night that, you know, hey, if you are making it down, especially at dirt surface, if you're making it down those trails and you haven't fallen, you're not going hard enough.
Yeah,
you got to go
part
harder.
of it.
I'm trying to push him.
That's awesome.
You gotta find that limit. You know?
Yeah, especially in practice. I said there's a.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Allie. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, I always say one of my favorite things about one wheeling is when you're mashing down a trail and you fall off, but you catch yourself, but it was like a really close call, but you're on your feet still. That is the best feeling. You're like, whoa,
Yeah.
I literally almost died.
Yeah.
I just like am on my feet still. I
Oh,
love
man.
that about one.
That's my heart is racing just hearing that.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah, it's the adrenaline rush of the riding the one wheel that some people enjoy. Like I love one wheels when you're mobbing down the side of some hill or mountain and your adrenaline's pumping. It reminds me when we lived in Miami, Florida for 8 years, all I rode was a motorcycle, and there was always an adrenaline rush when somebody wanted to race me. I was like, yeah, let's do this. It's a lot of fun. And one wheel sometimes feels like that because I feel like the consequences are almost equal. Like if I'm going really fast and I fall down this cliff, it's going to hurt really bad. And so I like that adrenaline rush, but some people don't like that. They want to ride it very gingerly, and that's okay.
Legend wanted to make sure you knew he was 15.
15. I'm sorry, Legend. I lied. 15. Then what are you doing? You should have been.
Legend?
His name is Legend. Yes.
That is so cool.
We'll run really quick since you like that name. We'll give you all 8 children's name. Legend, and these are not nicknames. People always go, oh, you're just hiding your kid's real name for YouTube. And I'm like, no, this is really their name. It's Legend, Epic, Icon, Historic. Icon and Historic are 2 girls.
Icon was in the chat. She loves your videos, Allie.
I love this.
Then you have Inspired, Greatness, Courage, and Revolution.
Oh my God, y'all have the coolest family. That is so
wow.
sick.
That's awesome.
I always say I like really like you never hear for names, and like that's like those are just inspiring words, all of them.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you. It's fun. It's fun to raise them. We have built a 1 mile one wheel course out here on our property in Minnesota with big wooden features. We have pump tracks built out of wood. We have a mega
what do you call it?
Berm.
What was?
What do you? I don't even know what you're talking about.
Something different.
With the pump track?
No, the berm.
Well, I've always said mammoth, behemoth.
Behemoth.
It's big. I asked
big.
It's really big.
When Austin Silva was out here riding, and I go, should we tear this down? And he's like, no, this is the most unique berm I've ever rode. And it is. It's not for the faint of heart. You got to commit. It's gnarly. And then we have teeter totters and teeter drops. We got a couple more new features we're building this spring.
Rock features.
It's going to be sweet. But the kids get to mob that every day, right? Like they just go out and ride by themselves for Legend. Last year we had a competition who could put the most miles on through the summer here, and that dude cranked out the miles. He was 500-600 miles just in the backyard and practicing. So I say all that to invite you to Minnesota to come.
That sounds. I wanna come. Like I'm like, what? You have this whole thing built?
Yeah.
Oh, it's awesome. Right by a lake. So as you come through some of the spots, you ride right past the lake. You can hear the ducks and the loons. Sometimes there's otters out in the lake, and you're just buzzing by them on the trails. And so we invite you.
Lily was mentioning for during Windman, y'all are gonna head up there, and she
Yes.
was like, "Yeah, I bet y'all could stop by here and
Yeah.
go with
You
us
can
up there." 'Cause
crash
it's like
here.
a process to get there.
Get here.
Yeah, come here.
You'll
I
get
already
both
told
settings.
her you could use my GT, and by then I will have that treaded tire switched out.
So come out
Either
here,
way,
hang
I
with
would-
us. We'll film you guys in Minnesota on the trails, and we'll take you downtown Minneapolis so you can get both vibes. You'll have a lot of fun.
I'll make you dinner.
Yep, you can. We'll sit by a campfire at night. You can crash in our basement. And so, okay, Allie, who are the three that you are like? These are three ladies I'm watching for.
Well, first and foremost, I gotta say everyone's biggest competitor should always be themselves. But I do notice I get in my head a lot, especially during. It's like hard to get in. Like you're just riding, like with your friends.
Yeah.
So first, I'm not gonna count that as a person, but that's always my goal each year is to work on something with myself with racing, because that gets in the way the most, more than any other rider. So. But behind that, I have to give it to the Race to the Rail champ this past year, Miss Cecil. She is so fast. Her and I are always going like messing. I love riding with her and giving her a hard time. Like I'm always like, yeah, eat my dust, Cecil. But like, yeah, I just like messing with her. And she told me, she's like, I don't know what it is about riding with you, but you make me just go so much faster. And I'm like, good, go faster, because I'm chasing you, and I'm gonna beat you one of these days.
Yeah.
But no, so Cecil, of course, because she just took the win this past year. Mercedes, she's been kicking it in high gear, so she's definitely one. And then, of course, Rachel Payne, because those were the three in front of me this past year. So I think those are have always been my three competitors. So we're head to head at those. They're all really similar riders. And then on top of that, there's riders coming out of nowhere that are really fast. So I don't know if there's gonna be someone else added to the list this year, but
It's going to be fun to watch.
Yeah, it will be.
It's going to be fun to watch. We can't wait for dirt surfers to be down there and watch you guys mob and film it. It's going to be such a good time. Okay, Allie, we learned last week that you clean teeth, right? You're a dental hygienist, right?
I'm a tooth maid, yeah.
A tooth maid.
Hey, that's
You are
funny.
so
I've never
funny.
heard that.
That's awesome. We have a good friend that he is the dentist, right? The doctor. So he's hilarious to tell stories and stuff. So my question for both of you, since you are both competitors, who has the most cavities between the two of you?
Oh gosh, not me, for sure. I only have one filling in my mouth, and it was from when I was little, and I've gotten it refilled a couple times, but that's the only filling I've ever had. And I cracked a tooth from me biting down, so there's like one little thing on that, but that's not from a cavity. So
No, I don't even know. I probably like 5 or 7.
So for sure, Kyle wins.
So,
yeah,
I don't even know.
you have more fillings than me,
Yeah, I
so
got
for sure.
ooh, there's your Texans just came out of you there. The Texas little slang
yeah.
there. Yeah, for sure.
Villains, more
Villains.
villains.
And the more you talk, it'll come out.
I love it.
So Kyle, has she ever cleaned your teeth?
Oh, she cleans my teeth all the time.
At home.
She flosses my teeth all the time.
Oh,
I'm like,
that's
"Hey,
awesome.
Can you floss my teeth tonight?" And she's like, "All right."
Wow.
Yeah, so I'll just sit with her instruments and she'll just clean my teeth.
I have sets of instruments I can like take to offices and sterilize, and I'll just clean his teeth at home, like just because the majority is just the tartar removal. So I'm not getting to polish his teeth or anything, but he can come into the office, so we'll get you in.
That's awesome. The perks,
He's a
I
man.
don't
legit-
think I would want that.
What?
I don't think I would be like, "Can you clean my teeth?" I don't like getting my teeth cleaned. It hurts.
Oh, you pans.
Yeah, but it's important, you know. It's really important.
But it's important.
They're all reaching out to you right now, Lily. This is
No, I'm uncomfortable.
we gotta help you.
I definitely feel the like uncomfortableness, especially when she's like flossing and I'm like sitting there with my mouth open. I'm just
Yeah.
like, this is so uncomfortable. I'm like, oh my.
He's so lucky I floss his teeth some nights.
I know.
like,
I don't ever complain though. I can't complain. You know?
That's awesome.
Aw,
That's
so
awesome.
sweet.
We once filmed because Scot Mendenhall and friends, we always compete about everything, and so we asked our dentist friend if we could compete in who had the cleanest mouth and the least amount of cavities. So we went and filmed our entire deal there. It was hilarious. I mean,
I think I would put myself as one of the top people. I don't ever. My teeth are so clean.
I bet they are.
They should be, though.
You know what's funny, Allie? Last week you were going on about how you're not that competitive with Onewheel and that you just want to have fun. You are very competitive about how clean your teeth are.
And Onewheeling. She's just downplaying it.
I was in you right now.
Well, I'm like, I know for a fact my teeth have always my whole life been really clean. Like, there's no question about it. I don't even know someone else. Like, I only have one cavity, and I don't know anyone else that's been like that. So
we applaud you.
You win, Allie.
We applaud you. One cavity, 27 years old.
I can get competitive. I can get competitive.
You can see it.
Yeah, you could totally see it.
You are competitive. I listened last week and I was like in the car driving my entire family. And I'm like, she lying right now. She's like trying to play like this coy kind of deal with all the, I'm just out there, one run, that's all I need, and then I sit.
But I am.
And then you're just too kind to say, I want to crush you. You would never say that, but that's.
Don't is the thing. That doesn't sound.
I was going to say, I think you can tell that there's definitely a competitive nature in you in anything that you're doing. But you can also very much tell that you love doing, like, riding with your friends down the mountains. That, like, that is shining through as well, that you love to do it with the people that you're around. And I love that.
I think the thing is, like, thank you. I think the thing is, like, when I'm in something, like, I'm gonna do it to what I feel the most comfortable doing. So I will give it my all in that case, but I'm not hard on myself to where, like, I know I did the best I could with my abilities in that moment. And that keeps me from, like I've seen people get really upset for not placing well or whatever, but that keeps me from doing that because I literally tried my hardest in that situation and I just happened to not get it, or I happened to get it in that case. So I guess that's where I try to say I'm not competitive, because I'm not like, I'm gonna get first, because I don't really care that much, but I'm trying when I'm doing it, because why else are you racing, I guess.
Right.
I mean, it's fun, but you're trying to get first, but I'm not. Some people have their head in it a lot more than me, as far as the competitiveness is where I come from with that.
But I think if you're going to tell that...
I like to look at it like a video game kind of. Like, you play video games to have fun usually, and you complete quests and you challenges, and you're trying to do it the best. Trying to get the best time, or the most amount of like berries to gather, whatever it is. But it's like you're in a race. Yeah, and you're now playing a video game, and your goal, exactly. And your goal now is to just, do the best you can, which is like get first place. And if you don't, oh well, you get to try again, if you want to.
Yeah,
like
if you love video games, you should download Scot Mendenhall and Friends one-wheel racing game. It's not that complicated, but you play as three of us.
It is. Watch out for the
squirrels.
Squirrels
throw nuts at you.
What? I didn't know about this.
Wait, do you really have a game?
What?
Yeah, man, we got a video game, Scot Mendenhall and Friends video game. We have more levels that are coming soon, just from games that we do on our one-wheels. We've made them, and again, it was just because we had somebody that can make it and they're clever with it. We're like, hey, would you make this game? And we put it out for free. We wanted it to be free so that we could make sure it's something that all ages could play and no ads are on it. And so it's just sitting out there for whoever finds it. It's hilarious, especially if you're a one-wheeler.
I was going to say earlier, after watching you guys' videos and just like the personality last week with Allie and Lily, you guys were hilarious. But don't you think they would fit right in the style of racing that you guys do? Like, it's just crazy fun.
Yeah,
like,
we'll give you guys
You
a
guys
camera.
gotta come out to Minnesota because
we'll
would
come to
fit
you.
right in and do these crazy wild. Throw somebody on your back and go
let's
race
do it
down a
all.
hill.
They're better at riding than we are, for sure.
But they'd be just as fun and
They would
just
be,
as fun on the camera for sure. So
that's what we want to do. We want to make sure that we honestly want to promote the pros and show what you guys can ride like, and then we're the Joes that are like, hey, we're okay to scale it back and ride the same trail, but in our vibe, and give mad props. Yeah. I'm never going to show up to a race and sign up as a pro. I get it.
You never know. You never know.
Somebody would have to pay me. No, see, I love one-wheeling, but I am a.
I'll pay you $5.
$5.
Not
enough.
Roller.
Scott is extremely competitive as well, and so it's hard
So
pressed
it's
for
gonna
him
push
to
a
turn
pipe
down
down
a
for
bet.
both.
Yeah, if you push the right button, maybe. But like I love
Ooh, I'm
like.
sick.
My sport that I really tried to is I've always run. So I run marathons. I trained a year ago to run 100 miles, but I'm always trying to do that as fast as I can. Somebody said I couldn't run 100 miles under like 15 hours. I was like, I bet you I can. It's going to hurt, but I can do that. Yeah. And so you just train for what and just get after it. And so I do scale back into my one wheel stuff because I love being able to run the next day. That's what I really like to do. Like as soon as we're done
Can't
here,
break your face.
Run out of anything.
yeah.
Yeah, run out of the falls.
I have tried that. One time the one wheel caught up to me and hit me right in the ankle. It was not good. Okay, a couple more questions. Lily's going to roll.
Yeah, I gotta go. I didn't want to not say bye. So, pleasure hanging with you again,
Bye,
Allie.
Lily.
Kylo,
Yeah.
it's nice to meet you. Hopefully, see you guys
you too.
really soon.
Who-
Bye.
who-
Also, bye to everyone else that's
Bye,
watching.
Lil.
Thanks for hanging with us.
Okay, who's got the most tattoos?
Kyle.
Do I?
Ooh.
Yeah, you have your whole
Yeah.
arm done.
I have my whole arm tattooed, and then a couple on my leg.
Yeah.
I have like random ones, but his arm probably definitely adds up.
Yeah,
more
my
than
my
mine.
arm is like a bunch of different pieces, so it's not like a full sleeve that I got done. It was like I pieced it all together, but it's definitely a full sleeve. You probably can't see them too much, but yeah, this rose is probably.
Oh, your finger tats.
Oh yeah, I got these right here.
Oh, nice. Yes.
Yeah,
I've been thinking
those are
about
the
doing some
goods.
finger tattoos. Can't decide
Yeah,
what I
it's
would
a
do.
commitment. It's a commitment, definitely. You know, you're always like, is it business appropriate? I don't know, but you know, I was like, I'm gonna
This
one
is your
wheel,
business.
yeah, for the rest
Yeah,
of my
yeah.
life. So like, yeah.
Do you?
definitely gonna full send.
This is a trick question, but I don't know if you actually know what I do. Do you know what my real job is? It's not a content creator.
Do you install air conditioning?
No.
Solar
Like I don't even think we've said this on a podcast
I don't think
before.
you have either.
Most people find
Are
out
you
when
an SEO marketing operations manager?
not even close. I am a pastor
you
of a
own a-
church.
Oh, cool.
Oh, I did know that. I did know that. Lily told me. I should have said that.
Yeah,
Lily-
yeah, see, so-
Lily's
I was-
at the youth church.
Yeah,
right?
yes,
The youth, she does youth.
yeah. And so
Okay, I
Nice.
did know this.
I got 2 sleeves, well, a sleeve and a half, and so I'm pretty much I'm committed with all the tattoos I
Yeah.
have on. So I feel like finger tattoos. If you're offended by my sleeve in what I do, you will naturally already be my fingers would offend you if I put something there. I guess you decide what I'd put on there though, but I want
Yeah.
finger tattoos.
I've always liked the idea of like little pictures and stuff on the fingers too. Like letters are very like specific, but you know, pictures you can almost
I have like a little alchemy symbol on my.
Oh yeah.
yeah, and you can like interpret them to a lot of different things too, which is cool. Where letters, it's like that's what it is, man. Like these are like this is
Yeah.
full send forever. You know.
Yeah, but I feel like when I see full send, I'm like, that's genius. It's so good. But now I know that I can't do that. It's off the table.
You
He
can.
goes like this while he's riding. He's like, yeah.
Oh, I can also
Yeah.
use this. Like, look at the combinations I can do.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's sick. I got to figure out what letters do I. Here's what you do: is you just do the 4 letters over there, but then it's spelling out all the words as you're moving the fingers around, right? Like, no, I've built like this to make no sense until I put this finger here and there, and it's
It's like
These put them
Scrabble,
together.
right?
yeah, like
You have to,
Scrabble.
like, do
I
the
love
right,
Scrabble.
Like combination.
Yeah, you're seeing the full picture there. I love this idea. I'm going to work on that one. My sleeves are like yours. It's not one big sleeve. It's all these little pieces. It's almost like I tell people my tattoos are more like, what's in history? The time.
Chronological.
Yeah, thank you. A timeline to my life.
Oh yeah, there you go.
It's a timeline. It's a timeline of my life of what really stood out to me and what I was trying to remember and not forget. So everything on my body is reminders. Like I got all my kids' names on there, and people are always trying. Oh, you think you're a legend or what? You're epic. And I'm like, I let them go off for a little bit, and then I'm like, yeah, they're my children. And then they
I created.
I created legend and epic.
Yes. Yeah, there are a lot of jokes that we do say in that, like epic, it's like, why'd you call us epic? And then we're like, well, one night it was just this epic event that took place and then you were created. And so they hate those jokes, but we use them all the time.
Oh, boy.
The kids just roll their eyes.
Well,
But
I love their names. I hope they love their names too, because they're so sick.
It's so unique, yeah.
Well, the other night we asked Epic if you had to have a different name, like if you if we didn't name you Epic, what would you go by? What would you want your name to be? And he goes, Legend.
Yeah.
I thought that was funny. Like, oh, okay, take your big brothers.
Yeah, they've all said they would never choose another name. Some people say we've punished our kids from giving them such ridiculous names. It's funny how people's opinions they think we want them, but like, hey, I can't believe you did that for them. What do you think it's going to be like when they work at a job and they have to be, hey, Legend, is that your real name? I'm like,
what's wrong with that?
I don't know. I don't understand. I'm like, I think they're going to feel the love from their parents.
Fine.
That we think that they're
I think
capable
they're
of.
gonna live up to each of their names.
That's it.
That's the hope. They
That's
don't have to
it.
be perfect, but they're meant to do something. So whatever that may
pressure.
be.
No pressure. No, they could be hey, we say around here all the time, you could go be a librarian, but be the best librarian that somebody would never forget that you were the best librarian. I don't care what
It's
you
just
do.
a good human.
Just do the best you can do. Allie, you were saying that in racing and stuff. Well, I got heaps more questions, but we're running out of time. We've kept you probably longer than we should have. You guys are awesome.
Lots of fun.
Oh, man, we'll have to have you back. Allie's made 2 weeks in a row. We'll give you guys a couple weeks off. We'll bring you back because I want to talk about how did you come up with Wheel Fun Stuff as a company and all those things, because I want people to know what you guys do. It's been a pleasure to hang with you. Last question I do have, because my kids were watching a video, Allie, with you on a highlight from last week. Do you still have the little studded diamond on your tooth?
There.
I do. I don't know.
Yeah, there it is.
Yes.
I do. I had a dentist put it on for me, so it's
Yes.
not going anywhere.
The girls desperately want one of those.
They think that's
They
awesome.
think they're the coolest thing ever.
That's
And so-
cool. I come from Houston, and like grills are a big thing there. So I'm like, I like the idea of like decorated teeth and like
Yeah.
Roots.
I
Those are your
think it looks
roots.
so cool.
That's
Kyle,
great.
do you have one?
I want a bottom grill, like a gold one, so
She
bad.
talks about it all the time. Yeah.
Will your dentist that you work for not do it for you?
I asked one of them. So I work for a lot of dentists, but I started officially working somewhere 2 days a week, and I haven't asked him yet. But I've asked another dentist, and he was like, I don't think so.
What? So we're huge Viking fans here. It's the local football team, and Kirk Cousins is the quarterback. And he put all this bling on after one of the games, and he was dancing around on an airplane. And then several dentists reached out to him locally and said, hey, we'll make a grill for you. Whatever you want. Do you want a diamond, gold, or silver? We'll make the grill for you. And so he's got a long list of dentists that want to do that.
yeah.
Maybe
Crazy.
somebody
Yeah,
will
I'll have
watch
to find
this.
some.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
have to
tell you
find-
this. Come to Minnesota, our
dentist.
dentist friend, that he'll do it for you hands down. He loves that stuff. He got those diamonds, and he just started doing a bunch of people that we hang out with. He's like, you want me to put one
You want
on your
tooth bling?
Yeah. He'll make it for you.
Yeah, that's what
Kyle, do you have
Well,
one?
we'll have to make that work then.
It's happening.
I don't have one.
Yeah, I think you need one. That might be the mojo to your racing season.
I might have to get one, just for the season. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a nice
Lose the
red-
spleen, get some
red
bling.
hot bath.
Did you just hear Holly what she just said? Lose the spleen.
you say?
Get the-
Lose your spleen, get some bling.
oh my gosh.
Get some bling.
Seriously.
We're gonna make you a T-shirt. We're gonna.
We're not going to do that. That's not happening. That's fake news. That's not real.
Kyle has a picture of him like biting of the mini one wheels, like he's like this with the one wheel, and then that one could be edited with the tooth gem. and
That's
that could be on the
right.
shirt.
That's
Yeah,
right.
come on,
That's
that'd be so
awesome.
sweet.
That's awesome.
That would be
do
so
all that.
awesome. Well, hey, we are huge fans of you guys out here in Minnesota. Like, I don't even think you understand, especially through the lenses of our kids that look up to you from the content you guys are creating. So keep doing a great job. Keep racing your heart out this year.
Yeah.
We'll see you at Dirt Surfers at least, if not somewhere else. You guys are very kind to step into our podcast. It's been a pleasure, and we could hang out all day, and you guys got to get to work. It's cool to know that, Allie, you now know the difference between Eastern time and Pacific time. That's good that we...
Yes, I got it. I mix up things.
No, that's all right. I saw it and I was like, how do I tell her that she's given a time that's not even a real time? Like if people on Eastern time went at 12:30, that would have been like, because Eastern time's an hour ahead of us. It was hilarious. I chuckled. And
Lily texted me and I was like, oops, let me go fix that.
Yes, I thought.
Yes, thank you so much. I'm glad to meet you, both of y'all here this time. And glad Kyle got to join.
Yeah, super thankful that you guys got me on here. Excited to do it again sometime for sure.
Yes, indeed.
Right.
And
and y'all are going to Dirt Surfers, right?
Yeah,
we'll be there, yes. Dirt Surfers is a partner of the channel, so we're in with Dirt Surfers. We're going to help them do the event. Like, the church we run here is coming down to volunteer to run all the times and stuff.
Oh, that's
perfect.
awesome. That's
So
awesome. That's perfect.
It's our way of, like, again, I like this community of Onewheel, and it's like, how can we help them race and do fun? Now, we'll race as well, but we're bringing down a group of people to help build things. I probably said too much already.
You'll get to meet our crazy crew. Our whole crew will be with us. Some of them racing, some of them just hanging. So you'll get to meet all of them as well.
They want to get your autograph.
Yep.
They all just bought a rail, like a new rail from Onewheel, and they want you guys to autograph it. So when they see you, they're going to come up with a marker and say, will you sign this with all the other Onewheel people they get to hang out with? So you're on their list.
That's so cool. That's fun. They can hang up the rail.
That's exactly what they're doing. That's exactly it.
Well,
Okay.
yeah, we will be at Dirt Surfers Let It Ride coming up. Shred Fest, of course. Those are the main shebangs. I'll be in Austin.
You better be there.
Hey.
Awesome.
The rail.
Yeah.
I got to get my spot there.
She'll be there.
You'll be there. Yeah, Kyle, you're in, right? Because you won last year?
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Hope
that's
so.
But you could.
I'm going to dominate this year. I'm kicking it in. Watch out. You heard it here first.
That's right.
We're going to edit it down where you give the names of the 3 competitors and then put that right next to it. And it's going to seem like you're so
I'm going to
fierce.
write all their names on my face while I'm so I can have,
That would be so intimidating.
It would be.
God.
That
Like
would be.
my name on my racer's face, I'd be like, oh man, that guy might
with the
have
X
some
through
weird-
it, like X through
Yeah,
all the
actually, what you need to do is put that on your back so that when you pass them, they see it. And it's like, why is my name on your back so you can read it when I pass you?
Dang, that's good.
You heard it here first.
Yeah, that's
Making
right.
me
Again.
drink right now.
Oh yeah, speaking of your race jerseys, you released those 2 weeks ago. Those are sick.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I'll have to give you guys.
Yeah, we'll ride them, or we might even just hang them up here. Like that's some of the thoughts. Is some of those race jerseys.
Sweet.
We
Yeah,
just
if
made.
anyone wants to pick them up, you can grab them at wheelfunstuff.com. So go check it out. Yeah, we got a cool other merch too out there too.
Okay, I'm gonna order in the next couple of days. I'm gonna order some of those things because yes, please. It was sick. We're making our own Scot Mendenhall and Friends. As we get to know new pros and things, and you guys, you're on the other side of us making it, but as we've become friends with like people like you, we asked to make their face in our logo for Scot Mendenhall and Friends, and so we have a handful of pros that we've gotten to hang out with and know that are in our new logo, and we're stoked on.
That's
And
so
so-
awesome. Yeah.
Y'all have someone there that does the art for y'all?
No. Well,
Oh, yeah.
we do, but not at the level we needed it to be. Lily and I can create a lot of stuff, but this level of like making people look realistic in cartoon form is beyond our skill.
Yeah, that seems difficult.
Like I was blown away with it when you got it back. You're like, I know who those people are. It's gonna be super sweet. I think we'll probably debut that logo next week, and then it's gonna be on a racing jersey, so that when we're at Dirt Surfers, we'll be wearing them. I don't think we're selling them or anything. It's just I want to get in on the vibes that you guys have created.
That's right.
Sick.
You should. You'll love wearing it. You'll love racing in it. You'll be like, I'm gonna win with this jersey on.
Yeah. I'm only competing against Lily, though. Like, when we show up to these races, what we do is we take, especially in the Duro style, we go at the exact same time with the chip on and everything, and now we're trying to jack around in the trails trying to beat each other. So it's us hooting and holler, screaming in the trails. And we come out of the trailhead, and somebody's like, was it just the two of you back there? Like, yeah, we were trying to beat each other. Like, we do things like if you fall off your one wheel, you have to let the other one pass kind of deal. And so
That's fun.
It makes it fun. It makes it pretty fun.
Time.
Okay, guys, thank you so much.
You guys are awesome.
You guys are wonderful.
Y'all are awesome.
Thank you.
Have a great evening, okay? We'll log you off here, and then we'll catch up with you guys later, okay?
Awesome.
Okay,
Bye.
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 Wow, they are good.
They're awesome.
That was a lot of fun. I hope you guys at home made it to the end on this or wherever you're watching. What a great conversation with two fabulous human beings, super kind.
They're fantastic.
I just smiled the whole way. My jaws and cheeks are tired from just smiling.
They love what they're doing. They love this community.
They love people.
It's good.
It was so good. So thank you, everybody, for making it to the end on this. Subscribe if you didn't do it at the beginning. Subscribe to our channel. Give us thumbs up. Drop a comment on this video just saying how much. Just give love to them, to Allie and Kyle. They have both social media accounts on Instagram. I believe Kyle's is Kyle Fun HANSON, I think. And then Allie is Allie, like 3 E's B, I think it is, if I remember correctly. Lily's typically here to do those things, but we had gone longer. And so she would be able to give you that information. Just look them up. You can't mistake in their Instagram accounts. You'll see their faces. And then you can go to also Wheel Fun Stuff as an Instagram handle as well. That's separate from Kyle's. It just covers what they're doing over the weekends and events and all those things. You won't be bummed to be following them in that capacity because they're entertaining. They post in their stories very often, and so you'll get to be able to see what they're up to, what events they're racing at, and things like that. It's a good, fun way to follow the sport of one-wheeling. So everybody have a fabulous day. We'll be back next week. We will release the new Scot Mendenhall and Friend logo, which we're really amped on.
Are you going to talk videos next week too?
We got the video competition we held. That was all brought in. We are not the judges. We have a group of people that are besides us going to watch those videos and give out the prizes and placements after they view them. So it is on them to view and tell us who they thought is the first, second, and third places. Cash prizes are involved. Thank you again for everybody that submitted a video. Fun way to hold a virtual competition, seeing as we aren't going to put an event on in Minnesota at this time of year. I think we're going to do it again. We would love that to grow and have a spot for tricks and stories in the video aspect of things. So thank you for everybody that sent those. And then next week we got some products we're going to talk about. So we're pretty stoked on it. All right, everybody, have a great day. Love all of you. Stay out of trouble. Holly's saying goodbye. Lily's already left. We'll see you next week because this one is over. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
I think we're